Our next guest was born in England and then moved to America. His latest album is his first in 7 years, and it follows Help Yourself with that song Saltwater Wells in My Eyes on it, and 3 albums before that. This album was released 3 months ago in the US, and it's in stores in Australia on Monday. It's called Photograph Smile, and here to tell us all about it, would you please join I in welcoming Mr. Julian Lennon.
She's 16.
Welcome, Julian.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you for coming in. It's a great
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Yeah,
I saw
excellent.
these boys the other night playing down at the Continental.
You saw these people?
Yeah.
Luxido?
Yeah.
A fantastic band, eh?
I enjoyed it.
They are great. That's very nice.
I enjoyed it.
Excellent. Photograph Smile, a beautifully rich album with a lot of artists working with you on this album as well. Where'd you find so many musicians?
Just old mates, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Thousands
Friends
of them.
in the business.
Thousands of them, all playing a wide variety of beautifully lush instruments, from the tabla to the sitar, which you get on there.
Yeah, a
What
little bit of
instruments
that.
do you play?
I play everything badly. I don't consider myself a musician as such, mainly sort of a writer, really.
Really?
Yeah.
But how many instruments? What do you play? Can you
Well,
go through
I play everything by ear only. I was never trained, so it's generally what sort of feels good and sounds good
That's
is
excellent.
what I go with, you know.
I guess that makes you a musician, doesn't it?
Kind of.
More so,
But if
I
you
would
asked
say.
me to get up and play something, I wouldn't have a clue, you know.
Can't read the dots on the page.
Not
mate.
at all.
Really?
Not at
No
all.
lessons ever?
No, I had one lesson when I was a lot younger, playing piano with a sort of purple-haired, grey purple-haired old lady,
blue
and I
rinse.
hit the wrong note, and she basically whacked me on the hand with a ruler.
Yes,
and
encouraging.
It hurt a great deal, and I thought, this is not the way to learn music.
No, you're right. Listen
So
to
I
it.
taught myself after that.
Which wins. Which
Yes.
totally wins. Oh, okay. So you haven't had any tambourine lessons? Because I see you play that on the
No
album.
tambourine lessons,
Okay.
no.
Sorry,
It's all right.
I'm all muddled up now. How long did it take to put this album together?
The studio, we were in for about a year, on and off, you know. We'd work for about a month, then take a month off, look at the work, see whether we wanted to make any changes in direction or production or style, and then get back in there and cut, you know, some more tunes.
So was the writing done before you started putting it together?
Some was done in the studio, some was done years before, and some, you know, about a year or two ago.
Yeah.
But,
And where did you get record the album?
in several places. We did part of the work in South Wales in a studio called Rockfield that has been used by many, many artists. Windmill Lane in Dublin, in Ireland, which was great. It's the old U2 studio.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And we did a lot of string parts in Rome with the Vatican Orchestra,
Good
which
heavens.
was an amazing.
Is that just because you
Amazing.
can?
No, in fact, they're one of the cheapest orchestras going around, but one of the best in the world.
Wow.
Without a doubt. So we were very fortunate. Yeah.
A little bit of info there for all
Yeah.
those budding string needers.
Yeah.
This is the first album in 7 years. You had already established your musical career back then. You had 4 albums out, you toured even here.
Yeah.
Amazing, you had hit songs. Why did you take such a big break?
Well, it was due to mostly due to the people I was working with in America, the record company and management. I'd sort of had enough of doing the same thing year after year after year, being on the sort of music industry treadmill of just writing, recording, promo tour, writing, recording, promo tour, and it was a very pressured situation, and I really didn't have any control over what was going on, and I didn't feel I really had the time to write many quality songs. I felt that there was only a couple of good songs on several albums, and it was just time for me to get out. There were too many broken promises. I was just very frustrated, lack of support from the company, so I decided to get out of it, live life a little bit and enjoy it again, remember what life was like outside.
That thing, right.
Yeah, exactly. And then the only way I would get back into it is if I had more control over what I was doing, which is why I started a little indie label in England and
Music from another room?
Yeah, music from another room, and been overseeing the whole project, whether it's the artwork, whether it's the videos, you name it.
So you don't have to rely on the big man anymore?
No, not
As
at all.
much?
No, it's a lot more work on my behalf, but it's much more satisfying in the end to know that you've done it and you've done it by yourself and you've pulled through and you've survived.
Yay, sure.
So if it's successful after that point of view, then it's a real bonus.
Are you going to put some other records out on your label?
Eventually, yeah. The
Anything
idea
lined
is
up?
to get this one going first and see how well we do. So far, we're doing all right. We just, if I may say, hit #1 in Japan.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's great.
And we just came from there, so hopefully we'll have a.
You get a million
bit of
presents
luck.
when you go there.
Yeah,
So
they're very sweet over there. If you do in-stores or autograph signings, they bring little presents, whether they're cookies or little cuddly toys and things. You have to buy
fill your
extra
house
bags
with-
to come back
Yes.
with. Yeah, but it's very sweet, very sweet.
Were you planning on returning to music when you're taking the break?
I wasn't actually sure. I'd sort of, to a degree, had enough. And again, unless I could do it and have control over it this time round, it was 50-50.
So you considered other career options?
I'd always been interested in other areas of creativity, whether it was photography, poetry, art, sculpting or painting,
yeah.
or even sailing is something I love to do. But I also felt that if I did leave the business, that the last 4 albums were not a good enough legacy to leave behind, if I did decide to go away. So it was important for me to do an album, first and foremost, for myself that I was proud of, extremely
this?
happy with, with the whole album, and that's the end result, basically.
And it wins. And what are your plans with this album? Are you going to do some massive tours and some sick clips?
Eventually we'll get. Next year we're doing a world tour, for sure. There's still a lot of promo work to be done. We have North and South America to go, and Canada and other parts.
Promo. What is a promo tour? You're on a promo tour now. aren't you?
Yeah, promo is sometimes very tiring, but it's TV, radio, newspapers, magazines.
But no gigs as such.
Well, in stores and small things like that, but no real shows. Although we're thinking about throwing 1 or 2 shows together for the end of this promo tour here, just for a
Will
bit
they
of
be
fun.
secret ones for?
Well,
for
I don't know
select?
about secret ones. I think there's already been a mention of one of the gigs in the papers already. So.
Oh, do you want to mention it again?
No, I think if you're
Okay,
interested,
all right.
you'll find
You'll
it
find
somewhere
it.
in some paper.
Very good. Very good. Yes, we have to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for
Alrighty.
being here, Mr. Julian Lennon.
pleasure.
What an honour. Can you please sign my album? Thank you. Mr. Flusterman. Ah, yes. Here is the new single from Screamfeeder. They're putting out a new album next year. This has the all-ages gig guide running underneath it. Screamfeeder with Triple Hook.